excited. Wait, okay, so wait, I'm gonna first start with the holidays are here. You look beautiful in red, by the way. This is a color for you.
I'm really trying to ground myself because I'm looking into your eyes, and this is so cool.
Oh my God, same. And I was so excited because last night I was like reading up. I always do like my homework before because I know things about like your work, but I never like the person knows personal things. I'll leave your work.
Oh my God.
And yes. Anyway,
I voted for you on American Idol.
Oh my God. Well, I have seen everything you're in.
I saw from Justin to Kelly the day it came out.
Oh my God, that's a real fan. Okay. This is not good. We're gonna get into that acting versus singing. Okay. But before we get there, like for the holidays, do you get into this? Are you?
I really
feel like
do.
I know I was reading up on you. I feel like we're similar. You love giving gifts.
I love giving
like
gifts.
Thoughtful.
Me too. I've already started. I'm like a month in already.
I usually start in October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like it starts to come. You start to see things and you go, oh, I should get that for this person. And why wait?
And if you wait, it all of a sudden everything hits you and you have no time.
Exactly. And I also like to wrap my presents.
Me too.
Really well.
Me too.
Yes, I make all the tags. It's a whole thing.
People offer to do it, and I'm offended.
No.
I'm like, no, you're gonna run it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I do the like bits and bobbles. I do tag. I do everything.
I have a theme every year. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah.
This year, I think I'm going with just solid parchment, like classic.
With twine.
Because usually, yes.
Yes,
and
I've
usually,
done that.
Yes.
Brown paper package.
But then splashes of color on it.
Yep.
Yes.
No, I did that a couple years ago.
Favorite things.
I
love you so much. We should be friends.
Yes. Okay, let's do it.
So I also heard you did something random, like I would do as well, and have done in different countries. But so when I go to country, I'm really inspired by the surroundings. And you went and you were in the presence of people looming, right? In France?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And then you ended up buying a loom.
Yes, I've decided I'm a textile artist now.
Yes. Yeah. But it's kind of fun to try new things.
Oh, it's the best. I mean, it's the spice of life, really.
Yes. I saw a quilt that I loved in some antique thing, and I was like, I could do this. I don't do it well, but I do it.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's not the point.
I get so much joy out of it.
Yeah.
So what other things have you tried?
Oh my gosh, I've tried so many things. I mean, this started when I was a kid. I was like, all kinds of dance lessons and drawing lessons and tennis and, oh gosh, everything. Ice skating, figure skating was my thing for a while.
Figure skating.
Yeah, and then like now as time's gone on, it's like, I'm rock climbing, or I'm doing judo, or now I'm like, I'm a textile artist, and everyone's like, okay, let's give this 6 months.
See, I don't have a friend, like all my friends are different from me. Not one is kind of crazy and likes everything like you do too. Me too. I don't have that friend, me too.
Yeah.
Why not? Even if you suck at it, it's fun just to try. You get one life.
It's fun to know. And there was a year, this ended up being exhausting, so I tried this out, don't do it, where I wouldn't order anything at a restaurant that I hadn't made myself. Yeah.
What?
I thought it would be fun. It's not.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
It's like I couldn't order lasagna at a restaurant until I learned how to make lasagna.
Oh.
Yes. So I would do everything.
I would starve.
It forced me to try.
But yeah.
Yeah,
I would. I don't cook well. This is the one thing I learned about you that we are. Yeah. I'm
going to show you how to do
Here's
that.
the thing. I can cook.
Come on.
I can. I don't like it. I can make breakfast. I can make lunch. I can do dinner. I can do it. I hate it.
Why?
Unless people are in the kitchen with me. I'm just in there by myself, and then my kids hate it anyway, whatever I make. And I'm just like,
yeah, that's why I like it.
It's exhausting.
I love it. I can
No,
be in
I'm
the kitchen
supporting
all
the
day.
economy via Postmates. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Every restaurant, these people need money, so I'm helping them.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
Exactly.
Everybody's doing their job.
And then everybody can get what you want. Like, I just gave up. I used to be that person that felt like I was a failure as a mom unless I was cooking it, but they don't freaking eat it. So I'm like, I'm exhausted after work, and I'm like, you're gonna eat the pasta, and they don't. So anyway.
Yeah, so Postmates it is.
I know. I really wish I did. I like baking though, but baking is fun.
Yeah, baking is great.
It's chemistry. Well, we're gonna get there. I didn't even mean to do that.
Nice
but
segue
I
going.
didn't even mean to do it. No, but it's because I like it precise.
Yeah, that's part of why baking's not totally my thing, because you really have to follow directions, and I'm not good at that.
Oh my God, I need you to tell me what to do.
I'm not like a rules girly. I'm like a let's just throw things together and make it happen.
Yeah, I do that when cooking, and then it's not edible. Yeah. Yes.
That's a thing.
I think that we love this, though. You love hot dogs, and I love hot dogs.
I do love hot dogs.
Yes.
I do, yeah.
Why? When did this start, this passion?
Oh gosh, yeah, when did my love affair with the hot dog begin? Well, I've always loved hot dogs, but my best friend, Courtney McBroom, who was also the food consultant on, oh yeah, you can see it right there.
And Lessons in Chemistry.
Yeah, food consultant on Lessons in Chemistry. She's the president of the Hot Dog Appreciation Club, and I'm a proud member, obviously.
Nice.
Yes, and so this is segued into a Hot Dog Appreciation Festival. That's once a year at my family's house. My stepdad dresses as a hot dog. It's a lot, but it's a really great, it's super fun. Oh yeah, you can see it all going down.
So I hear you have a debate with that fanny pack, get it?
Oh no,
I hear there's a debate, yeah, but if a sandwich
let's get into the heart of the issues.
or if the hot dog is a sandwich, or if it's separate, if it's a hot dog, it's not.
I think a hot dog is a hot dog. I think to say that it is a sandwich is blasphemy. But Courtney thinks that it's a sandwich, and
Okay.
it's very hard to argue with someone who is the president of the Hot Dog Appreciation Club. It's like, why am I fighting reality? I don't know. It's kind of fun.
You know what's funny is I've never thought about it. Maybe y'all have, but I've never thought about it. But it is bread with meat in between.
I know, but it's connected, and that makes all the difference.
Okay. But what about a Subway sandwich? Like that's a sub. It's connected. Am I blowing your mind right now?
It's not connected.
It's not connected.
It's super connected.
No,
I just want to see,
you're totally
show
right.
of hands, how many people, I won't be offended, I'm just curious, how many people think a hot dog is a sandwich? See, the people who say
are
no
alone.
are emphatic that it's a no. And we don't even really know why, but it's just wrong. But I'm very proud of the 5 people that stood strong in their belief. That
Yes, thank you. You stood with me. We were alone on an island, but it's okay. I never thought about it before, and then I was like, well, it kind of is like a sub sandwich.
It's
kind
thought-provoking.
of.
Yeah, it's thought-provoking for sure.
Thought-provoking. You can see right now in Lessons in Chemistry on Apple TV Plus and in The Marvels, which is in theaters right now. I love all the things you do.
Thank you.
What I found crazy, though, is that you're singing and dancing in the new Marvels.
Yeah, we can talk about that now, finally.
I know, were you excited about that?
I was thrilled. The whole time when I first read the script, I was like, they're not going to let me actually do this. But they did. They did. And it was a lot of work. We had to rehearse for a month. James Murphy of LCD Sound System did the music.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And it's because it's one of the places that you go and they all sing.
Yes, it's a planet where their language is in song. So they don't know, they can't hear anything unless
This
it's
is
in
my
song.
planet.
It's really fun.
I would love this
fun.
planet. You actually released an album as a teen, which I did not know and found out.
That's probably for the best.
Well, you saw from Justin to Kelly, so that's probably not for the best. But we all have our things. But what kind of style was it?
It was pop. I played guitar. I wrote the songs.
Yeah. You like writing, though. You
I do.
enjoy writing.
Oh,
You
yeah,
still
I
write.
do. Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at you!
Wowzers. Yeah.
Finally out of PE.
Yeah. That's not, and these are reasons why 15-year-olds shouldn't have albums. You know?
Or why they
need to
should.
do that. Or yeah, or maybe they should.
I even look back at my stuff and I'm like, I always say I should make an album better with age and recut things because you're just babies,
I like
right? And
that.
your voice isn't whatever.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, no.
Or I didn't know what I was
definitely
doing. I
didn't.
should say that. But it was really fun. It was just a strange thing that happened. I still can't believe that happened.
A lot of actors sing though. A lot of actors that come on the show, I didn't really know that before doing this show, but a lot of people are in bands or were in bands.
Yeah.
And they're always
They
like,
work well
oh,
together.
I don't do it anymore. And I'm like, whatever. I was like, you love you. I think it's awesome to be creative like that.
Totally.
You should sing with me one time on the show. Just say
Yes,
okay.
please.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Lessons in Chemistry. Speaking of that, my recent album was called Chemistry, and I was in a bookstore buying books for my kids, and I was on my way out, and it was sitting right there, and it said Lessons in Chemistry. This was a while back. And I was like, well, this is a sign. I should buy this book. So I started reading it.
Oh.
Yeah, and then now it's a show, so I'm so excited.
Yes, it's a show now.
Had you read the book before?
Mm-hmm, yeah. I got the book about 2 years before it was released, so it's been my little secret for a while, and now it's been just amazing to see it out in the world and doing so well.
Yeah, it's such a cool, it's just such a cool idea, and how back in the day, how women had to kind of pivot and navigate.
Yes,
it
deals with
relevance.
that quite a bit.
Relevance would be a good word. And are you a foodie like you are in the show?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I spend most of my time. If I'm not on set, I'm cooking. That's just what I do. I'm very comfortable in the kitchen.
I really want to be your friend, because then I'll just eat it.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Well,
That's all I'm
explain
doing.
the show and the book to everybody that doesn't know.
Sure. So the book and the show is based on this character, Elizabeth Zott, and she is a chemist who is not able to do her passions because sexism is a thing, and so she ends up needing to do a quick detour from the thing that she loves and gets a job as a TV show host for a cooking show, and she fuses her love of science and chemistry with food, and becomes this big sensation because she talks to housewives as if they are smart, capable individuals, and so it kind of just is tracking her in her life. It's a really, really beautiful story.
Incredibly
and says
powerful.
a lot about life, the journey of life, how it's unexpected, and hard and beautiful all at the same time.
Yeah, I just like that it's unexpected, that you do something, I never would have thought I would have done this job, but I love that it's unexpected and you still can kind of incorporate things that you love into it. And I think that people should be open-minded about that.
Oh, yes,
because sometimes we get stuck in our things, and you seem like a person that once you finish an acting job, you're like, maybe I should skydive.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm also I don't know if I'll ever do that again.
That's what I'm saying. You're like, wait, I've done this. So I like to keep changing it up too.
I think that's the thing, is then I find
monotony kills me.
Yeah, I have to change it up, and then I always end up finding a way back to acting. But for right now, I've taken taken pretty much a year off, and all I've done is dance. Like, that's the main. I've been doing like 6 hours a day of dance.
What kind?
A lot of ballet, but other things too. I've been doing tap now.
See, did you relate at all to the character?
Oh yes, very much so.
Definitely the food part.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's always things that I'm like, oh, I have to understand that better. Like, I just am not innately as smart in science and chemistry as she is, so that was, I had to learn about that. But in terms of like a woman with a passion trying to make her way through, like, of course, and also the way that, you know, we try our best to quantify life and set ourselves up for success, but there's just things that are unexpected, things that happen, and I've of course had times in my life where I've been like, I don't understand why this is happening, and then in time it reveals itself why, and that life somehow organizes itself in a really spectacular way.
Yeah. Wow, you should write a book. You're good at this.
Oh, maybe I'll do that next.
Yeah, I was like, you should write a book. Yeah, you never done that, right? Try that.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. You have a very great way of putting things that are very relatable.
Oh, thank you.
But elevated. It's nice.
Oh,
okay.
thank you.
So were you good in science at school?
I mean, I'm competitive, so I want to be good at everything, but I'm not like,
I'm competitive and I'm
level.
not good at science.
I was always way more interested in the arts. Like, any class that was like, we're gonna do a project, I would like hone in on that, and they'd be like, okay, we just wanted like a tiny little thing, you've made a diorama, and you didn't do the rest of your work, and like, what's going on? It's just very clear what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Yes. Are you ready for a game then? I thought okay, because we're both competitive. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, Lessons in Chemistry is on Apple TV+. You've got to check it out, everybody. And The Marvels is in theaters now, which is also equally incredible.